We're back.
We are so back.
Whew. Okay, so as people, TC obviously is totally here already. So is Red Scorpion. What's going on? Yeah, so we had this little vacation, and that was fun. And now we're back, and Juan and I started having a conversation. Obviously right away on sort of what our plans are, what we're kind of focused on, that kind of thing. And the energy is good. The energy is aggressive, like super aggressive, and
Yes.
not from me, which is like a flippy flip, which is good. So yeah, that's exciting. Tons of stuff. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about details. Blah blah blah. Definitely a lot of stuff going on in the Anon department that I'm gonna have to grab. Maybe do this tomorrow. Have like a non day or something like that. He's got Medium articles. He's got the new gold card coming out. Tons of stuff going on there. And to be completely fair, I have no clue what's happening. I haven't had time to check it out yet. And the same with Dennis and AI God. There's so much shit going on in that Discord now, and I'm just completely clueless. I sort of was giving myself a break to not really pay attention to that stuff, but we're now pretty extensively behind. So we'll want to cover that later as well. But Juan, how was your vacation? What did you get up to?
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. I think that Madeira is one of the most beautiful places I've been to. So yeah, I will
Nice.
gladly go back there. So don't ask me about vacation again because I might pack my bags again and go there.
Tomorrow's show is canceled. That would be hilarious. Good morning, Funko. What's going on, man? Yeah, so we didn't really do anything special, but having only one job was really fun. Just doing some gigging and working in my version of the Fiat Mines, which again is like playing guitar and singing, which is
yeah. But you're lucky because you have a nice job in the Fiat Mines.
It could be worse. It could be way worse. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
sure.
Yeah, they basically pay me to have adult beverages and I play music for free. It's
Exactly.
basically how that goes.
That's nice.
Could be worse. But yeah, no, it's been good. And I sort of in the last probably 5 days. Just for anybody that doesn't know, Megan is pulling out of owning Wiener and wants to give it away. Her job got really busy, and her husband hasn't been able to do anything. And it was his idea in the first place. He's got like a finance job, so he was really scared about touching it because they actually warned him and stuff. It was a pain in the ass. So it's sad, but they have to pull out a Wiener, and so they're offering to basically give it to somebody. Oh hi, what's going on, man? We got broken dolls in the house.
Broken on the house.
Yeah. So I started thinking about what would happen with it. If nobody wanted to grab it, somebody suggested like, hey, why don't you grab it? I'm like, I don't have fucking time for that. Like at all. I barely have time for the stuff that we do. Like once we get going. But then I started wondering if you could basically make if you could automate it. And so I spent the last 6 days sort of gaming out whether you could automate an attention machine and attention mining for a token and literally never have to do anything with it, which would be my requirements if we did anything. If I personally did anything with Wiener, that would be what was needed. And I managed to get a bunch done. And I have way more gray hairs now because me coding is pretty lame. I'm not very good at it. But
I think that's really interesting. But I think that's really not the way a meme token, a meme coin should work, because it's all about communities. Remember last cycle for the NFTs, everybody was talking. It's all about community. It's all about community. And sorry to disappoint many people here, but meme coins are the new NFTs. That's the way it works. NFTs are dead because meme coins are alive. That's it. It's all about community. So if Megan doesn't want or can't keep on doing stuff for a Wiener, then someone from the community should pick it up and should
I
keep on
agree.
going with the project. I think that's that's the beauty of meme tokens. Well, what in this case, the thing to check is what will happen with all the marketing budget and the different allocations that were
Yeah, no,
specified there.
all
They
that
should
stuff
be
is
transferred
for
to the
sure.
community
Yeah,
to
all the
allow to
keys.
whatever. But
Yeah,
and all the
all the
keys
keys
for
would get
sure.
transferred. All that stuff
Yeah.
is still there, and they're not taking anything from it.
Yeah.
So there's tons of stuff there right now for sure. Yeah, no, that would be ideal. I was just trying to figure out, because I don't control what other people do, and there wasn't any interest. So
Absolutely.
That at least not yet. Anyway, we weren't doing shows, so now maybe people will know. Wax Fusion. No, we need to have Mike on.
Yes, that's a must. We have to invite Mike, and he should be explaining us more about Wax Fusion. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's let's say, well, when Alcor launched their liquid staked wax, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But I think that Wax Fusion takes this to a completely new level. So I think we definitely need Mike on the show to give us more details about how Wax Fusion works.
That would be good.
Because it's not only about the staking rewards, but it also gives you additional reward because of the CPU renting that Mike is doing and some other stuff. So I think it's pretty interesting.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. That'll be good to have him on. Oh, he made a video about it.
Yes.
Yeah, TC was telling me he was taking a look at it. That's cool.
Yeah, but I was on vacation. I couldn't watch anything.
I didn't look at it either.
Yeah.
Brain breaks are good.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the kryptonite. At least get something for the community to get busy with for Wiener until it finds a new order. Here's the thing: if I deploy this, if I make it work, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to do. It's interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. Basic thing is, like, if I'm gonna put some time into deploying it, I'll just take it and we'll get it running. And if it builds a community, then it builds a community. But I'm not gonna babysit it. That's like the biggest thing for me is.
But I think that we could do is set a smooth transition from the current ownership to a new ownership, and maybe in the meantime we could be like babysitting it, as you said, defining a clear transfer timeline or something like that. I don't know. We have to think about it.
Yeah, it'll be either way. Yeah, I think it's sort of, this, especially these are some friends of mine, and they just couldn't do it. And I respect it. I'm not surprised by it at all. They were pretty overwhelmed with even with normal life, let alone with trying to learn how to run a crypto community with all the fucking complainers in there 24/7. Which is pretty fun. Yeah, so I think I've got some ideas, and I'll just get that stuff started regardless if I can do it, and we'll see. It'll be an interesting data point, anyways. Right? So I think there's a non-zero probability we're gonna have tons of these things, and not every token has a community, and some of them are just freaking memes. I think having a platform like this, it's with the low barrier of entry that exists. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff out there, and some of them are going to create communities on their own, and some of them won't.
Yeah, well, that's also true. That's also true.
But we'll see.
But
we'll find out.
We'll see.
We're going to fuck around, and we're going to find out.
Going to faffle.
Yep. That's part of the other reason too. I started thinking about this for Wiener, and I was like, wait a minute, I could start again, it's sort of, and I'll kind of walk through once I get a little bit closer, but it's basically like an automatic, AI driven attention machine, and it's attention mining. So, instead of just having like a bounty block thing, it's something that runs, every single day. I never have to look at it, but it's basically, getting attention and incentivizing attention. But yeah, like getting something set up so that it's posting something every day. And I'm not gonna launch FAFO until there's freaking 500 people signed up for it, right?
Yeah.
And we'll launch it then. But that's going to be the beginning. Yeah, it would be interesting if an AI could take it over. Like ultimately, that's the only way that I would be able to do anything with it at all. And I've got most of that stuff done. I actually started looking at Crew AI, like just some ways to put together some like multiple independent autonomous agents and stuff, which I've never managed to get working to my own satisfaction myself. But that's a non-zero probability. Like just create a token manager that is an AI and just fucking let it fucking run the community itself. See what happens.
Interesting.
It could do it. I mean, you probably need somebody smarter than me, or having me take 6 months to figure it out. But anyway, yeah. I mean, that's crazier things have happened to dumber people.
Yeah. True.
I know.
True.
So, what are you most? I kind of know the answer to this, but I want everybody else in on the conversation. What are you most excited about coming back?
Ooh, what am I most excited about? I think what I'm most excited about is the Launchbags mini app.
Yeah.
I think there are many things to fine tune. The progress is amazing right now, and I'm pretty excited about what will happen with that. There are some challenges there, but I'm pretty excited about what we want to achieve with that mini app. I think that it can really be a game changer for what we are doing. Well, I expect that's what will happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, and this is the thing, right? Like right now, Wax is in the dumpster. I don't know if it's for 3 cents or 4 cents or 5 cents. Who knows? I have no idea. It's so low that it's basically irrelevant. And again, like the biggest challenge we had before leaving, and I think it's fairly common on Wax, is there's like maybe 500 active people on Wax right now, which is absurd, right? Or at least like in our sort of circle, community of communities or whatever it is, right? And that's just not enough to sustain anything, like at all.
Yeah.
Unless it's like have a hobby, NFT, whatever, right? Like who knows? So we need to get way more people. And of course,
yes.
And again, we've talked about it on the show a bunch of times, but just to kind of put it to level set, as they say, the fastest user acquisition we've ever seen in crypto, ever, never mind recently, is these Tapper apps. And we've got a couple that are sort of in our immediate vicinity with Tap Monster and Wuffy that we can sort of take a look at and see what we like and sort of what inspires us about those things. And then we can take it and turn it into something even more epic that is linked to Launchbags and all of the Launchbags projects and like that to me. And we've talked about this a bunch, but they managed to do a lot with a carrot that's even far in the future, which is crazy, right? Like the long-term goal, people are like tapping, yada, 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 yada.
Well, if you think about it, it's two different things because, for example, if you think about Hamster Combat, it's something that will happen in the future. Maybe it should already have happened and it hasn't happened yet, but they are prolonging that. But in the case of the Wolfie Dapper, then that's something that it's already there. It's only this is the allocation and people are tapping to get the largest possible share of that pie. So it's interesting.
Yeah, right. So that's the longest term goal. Yeah, I think like the Wuffy thing, it's like a few months or whatever. It's like there's like the medium term goal. I think where we might
but
have...
it's not only that it's a few months away. It's that you already know what will be delivered.
Right. Yeah. It's not like some amorphous like idea of maybe you'll get something in it.
Exactly.
So that makes a ton of
I
sense.
will get a lot of what you will get a lot of what the more you
do you know how many people are involved? So like what it is, but there could be 1 trillion people or 1 trillion points, and like do you know kind of what your allocation will be at the end of it?
No clue.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like it could be, 500 billion woofy or 600 trillion, millionths of a penny, right? Like,
Yeah.
but either way, like I like that. I mean, it's the best version of that I've seen, right? So there's this the possibility of a long-term target, maybe a bags drop. We've been thinking about that for a long time. The medium-term targets, we could have a setup so that once we have 1,000 users, we drop XYZ Nafty or fucking Wiener or whatever, right? Like some medium term goal that's really interesting, or Wuffy for that matter.
Yeah.
And then, I think where we can do some interesting things is like we can have a bunch of short term goals, right? Like, how many points are you going to be able to get this week, right? And then have that season restart, right? And so you're still gaining points for the medium term goal, for the long term goal, but this week, like you have a chance to compete the same as anybody else. For getting a share of whatever comes at the end of that
that's
week,
something
right?
that is very important in my opinion, because right now with tappers, the thing is that you get in early,
Yeah,
or you know that you will get a very tiny piece of the pie.
right.
So
Yeah,
if there's a like 1 week or 2 week seasons, that could make it very interesting for user acquisition, for new user acquisition. Of
right.
course, that can also be very challenging, because once you have invited everybody, it's very difficult to get new users via invites. But I don't know, it's those are the nice challenges to overcome here.
Yeah, actually, to test out my little so I basically created a thing that can, with a few little prompts or whatever, create 30 days of different content in, themes or whatever. So now
Yeah.
you watch my Twitter, and some of them are shitty. Just like this is the first time I've tried it, and I need to do some working around in the guts to make the content a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I'm posting every day about Tap Monster to invite people.
Cool.
Right? Because I don't know, like, what the fuck do I know about this shit? But I want to make it passive. So if you're watching my Twitter account, I haven't even seen those tweets and those images yet, which is kind of fun. Like I looked through some, and some of them are completely stupid, and some of them are really fucking cute, which was kind of the point. But yeah, I think people will want to get inventive on how we go out and create more attention around this stuff. I mean, if this thing works the way it is in my head, I mean, I'm gonna be one of the people playing our Tapper app as much as anybody else, and I want to invite like a gazillion people. I want a system for inviting people that never sleeps, right? And then if it works, I'll share it. Because I mean, it only benefits the system and us if everybody has the capacity to do
absolutely
cool shit and invite people to the party. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Sort of the FAFO thing, but I think like the first thing that I did in crypto, was a joke that is still around, which is hilarious to me. But I basically said, okay, if this post, gets 200 likes, I'll launch a token and airdrop some of it to everybody that likes the frickin' thing. So I wake up in the morning and there's 500 likes on this post. I'm like, oh
wow,
noted, right? And so that's how that whole thing got started. It took me 3 weeks to figure out what would take a coder 10 minutes how to do to launch an actual token on the EOSI network. But I grind when it's time to grind, and I figured it out. But yeah, that having that kind of thing, which is why, and I got to call myself out. That's why I wanted to start the Google form for pre-signups for it. A bunch of people said they wanted to do it, and I planned on getting that Google form set up over the holiday that we little took, and I fucking didn't. So I'm on blast for this afternoon to get that done. Basically, so that anybody that wants sort of early access to the app will be able to get it through that sign up link. So there's my afternoon mission.
Nice.
Row. Yeah. To Kryptonite. So what checks do we have to self-serve launch bags won't be utilized for RUG projects? I mean, that's the whole idea, is launch token and the rating system and the information that we can gather objectively, not semantically, right? There's already a ton of that stuff, and I think we're going to be finding ways to increase the power of the rating system so that people will have more and more visibility on that. Like right up to if somebody's starting a token and you have no freaking clue who it is. Well, that's a thing. If it's anonymous, then you have to make a choice, right? And there's different levels of anonymous. Like a non, we let everybody know we know who it is, and they're cool. And not everybody's going to have that, right? And there's going to be tokens that get launched on there that we have no clue what the fuck is going on. And so it's caveat emptor. Like, do the research. Do they have tons of liquidity, or do they have a plan, or are they anonymous? And right. And there's a lot of that, like tons of that information you're going to be able to see the second that they launch or that they do their pre-launch. You'll be able to see their plan and stuff. So
yeah, do you know anything about the Docs token, Corey?
What's that?
The Doc token. It's somebody created a Doc token on Launchbags.
Really?
Yes. It hasn't launched yet. And I know that he made some mistakes or had some challenges, and Jose was helping him, but I haven't had the chance to speak with Jose yet to talk to him. I don't know anything about that. So I don't know who it is. But yeah, it's there. And but okay. I'll find out who it is, and if by any chance you're watching, please reach out and
let us know. If we can help, we'll help. I mean, do you have any from Kryptonite again? Some checkpoints after launch, so you won't keep promoting it to the public, like being on your main page if it rugs. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like it. I'm gonna need to know tons about it before I want to promote it, frankly, because we don't know, right? If like the Ducks thing, if I don't know who did it. If I don't know what the token allocation is going to be or whatever, like I can mention it, like it's a thing, but.
And I mean, we won't be promoting it, but if the guy wants to come on the show and talk about his project and I won't say no.
It's right. It's not exactly a rug if the guy's going to come on and actually talk about it.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, that's the whole
or at least that's what I hope for. So
right. I mean, that's it. You never know.
You never know. Exactly.
People will do whatever people will do. Yeah. That's for sure. So yeah, apparently there's a Discord. That's fun.
Yeah, so that's something to check. I really want to dig deeper into what he's doing, and that will be interesting.
Yep. Nick, it works better than Twitter posts. Explainer videos make a simple and easy. They can be chopped up into reels and small bites as well. Words can sometimes confuse. That's definitely something that's been on my mind as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean those can actually get interspersed into the post, and even like down the road they can get created programmatically as well, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Freaking Ducks. Who knew?
Yeah, that was pretty surprising for me when I saw it. Right. Somebody created this, and I wanted to know who it was. And Max told me about it this morning, but yeah, I don't really know who's behind that. But it's interesting. I think they don't even have a date yet to launch.
Pixel Duck. It's so cute. Hold on, let me show this. Pixel Duck. So here, this token has low liquidity. Swapping this token can significantly change its price. So does that mean the token is out there?
I'm not sure.
It probably means they have a pool, right? I mean, so here's the thing. So like you guys and
go
and
to the
us,
swap.
We're gonna explore this token together.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. I have no idea what's going on. So right off the bat, there's a warning. There's no liquidity on this token, right? There's $37 liquidity. So that's a whole thing, right? So that's important. Pixel Ducks NFT, blah blah blah. You can do this future coin drop. Buckle up. We're gearing up for an exciting coin drop. Be part of the what is this? And stay tuned for updates. Join the Quacktastic adventure, whether you're a seasoned collector or a newbie. Pixel Ducks NFT is your gateway to a pond full of delightful surprises. Limited edition ducks, these pixelated cuties won't be around forever. Grab your favorites before they waddle away. Okay. Fair launch. Is this going on right now?
No, I think it's already good.
Oh, this
you don't have your wallet connected.
870 days. Wait a minute. There's 59 claims left. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah. There's a bunch of claims gone already.
No longer available to get. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely there's 870 days. But you can get founder passes, which I don't have, and 1 wax, so that's cute. All right, so that all happened. Oh, it stopped the fair launch because people were abusing it. That's interesting. I wonder how they were doing that.
How were they abusing it? That's interesting. You need a founder pass. Oh, interesting.
So, just bought me some duck, I think. I did. Screw it. Boom. Now I own some duck. Cool beans. And this is always the thing too, right? Sometimes you can just take shots at something for the hell of it. The farms, they don't have any farms yet. And then on the rating, so contract info, you see all this stuff. Dex tradable, yes. Precision 4, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of tough to see. Development is 45%. That's pretty fun. IDO is 30%. Assume that's already out there. NFT holders get 10%. Launch bad as a normal. Fair launch 5%, so that's probably already gone. And then the dev team gets 3%. So like, I mean, development, that could be like, I guess everything from doing bounty block stuff to farms or whatever too, right?
Yeah,
Corey,
there's something I just missed, and I haven't seen it yet. I just noticed this while we were sleeping. If you go to the swap tab, you can not only swap, but you can add and remove liquidity.
Oh yeah, look at that shit.
Add liquidity from there, so that's nice.
That is nice. Oh, 90%. Does that and that should say that down here, right? There's liquidity pools. Yeah, top 50 holders. So this is the thing too, right? Like that, we should almost like and they did throw some investing. That's cool. Good job. And there's a burn rate on it as well. Or no, there isn't. There's no on transfer fee. Wonder why some of it's still in US. I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, I think this is something that we could do as well. Like get a sort of community number for if there's XYZ in a single wallet, that should start throwing some pretty hefty
those are
warning
things we
signs,
have
right?
to add for sure.
Yeah, like as far as having that up here, that'd be really cool. Okay. Buzz and Ducker hanging out.
I will add some liquidity. I will add 2 wax worth of liquidity. 4 wax worth of liquidity.
Nice
for this token.
That's awesome. Yeah. So again, like we've got a couple warnings out there, but yeah, I think that having that, I would definitely want to know right off the bat. Like if one wallet has 91% of the supply, you're gonna have an opinion about that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing the templates of tokenomics is realistic. I guess like if we had a template and you could just do still whatever the hell you want, because I don't want to tell people what to do, but sort of having a suggested template for if somebody wants to come in and just make it really easily and sort of see some things, and we can explain why it's like a good starting point.
Well, today I was reading about I was reading about Shiba Inu and how they launched, and it's really a community project. So none of the founders had any specific allocation or whatever, and they had to buy their tokens just like anybody else, which is basically how we have done it. Well, or at least how we did it for the real one. we have no allocation, everything is mineable and so on. And what was very nice is that people approached the guys from Shiba Inu, for example, exchanges. They were approached by a lot of exchanges. Do you want to list the token? Yeah, sure, but then you have to help me list it because we don't have any allocation for exchange listing. So you're the exchange, you want us to be listed? Yeah, we're very happy if you're willing to get involved.
And that really comes down to, when you have 1 million holders, people come to you.
Yeah.
And that's I think the secret to all this stuff, right? Like how do you make sure that your community and size and usability can scale? And then attention solves all the problems. Which again, like, where is yours and my focus going? Attention.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
see. Absolutely. Attention. That's really important.
Yeah, Nick, so Crypto Knight, I completely agree. And Nick said templates are good launching points, provide the example, but also the research on why you put, why we set it up the way we set it up. This way, if they do their own research, they can expand, enhance that template, right? Or completely ignore it. I really like that idea. Just like having
that's something that I still have to publish this document with the blueprint on how to launch a meme coin.
Right.
And there we should explain that. We should have should have like an ideal or a proposed
right. Yeah, and like what we've learned so far, right? Like, why are we doing the fair launch system? Because we tried a bunch of things, and a lot of stuff didn't work to get to the point where we got.
Exactly.
So that's
and we are still learning. With the real one, I'm still learning what works, what doesn't, and I realize now that mining can not only be about buying the miners and start mining, because that somehow doesn't work.
What do you mean?
It doesn't work because just think about this. Think about when you are mining Bitcoin. It's not about buying. I buy the miners and I'm set up. I will be making money out of the blue eternally. No, it's not like that. You still have to pay for electricity. You still have to pay for someone to manage your infrastructure and so on. So if we are only saying, let's mine, and your costs are only the miners, something is missing. So maybe something has to happen there to make it more realistic and make it so that people are engaged and have more skin in the game.
So it's like maybe you got to pay monthly rent and monthly power.
I don't know.
I'm just as an idea, trying to think about the economics.
And maybe it's not even up to me to decide what should be, but maybe something that should be decided with the DAO once it's set up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, we are still learning, and we should keep on experimenting to get the knowledge that we need to be able to share it with other project owners and with people who wants to launch projects on Launchbags.
For sure. Yeah, TC said Crypto Alpha Tapper is one of the few tappers that actually pays out. We need to get Mana back on for an update too. They've been steadily getting better with that the Crypto Alpha.
Yeah, although I got out of Crypto Alpha. I blocked the bot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was very bored, and once I saw, you have to buy this, and when I clicked the link, it took me to NFT Hive. I said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to buy anything there." But delete, not for me.
Heard. NFT blocks or death.
No, you can drop wherever you want, but don't ask me to buy. That's the only thing.
There you go. All right. Well, there you go. That's a whole thing. What else is going on? What's been going on in the scene? I have been blissfully unaware. There was like one point where, oh my God, Bitcoin price is doing really good. And then there was another point where like, oh my God, Bitcoin price is doing really fucking terrible. And I'm like, oh, well, I've seen this movie 1 trillion times. So who cares?
Yeah.
So there has to be a use case for the coins you mine. If there isn't, people will just sell them off over the time. The value just goes down. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? I mean, the figuring out, like, if you're just coming in and you want to mine stuff or you want to continue to mine stuff, it should cost R1, and that R1 gets burned or whatever. or gets, some of it gets added in the rewards pool or whatever. You just want to the automatic tab.
Yes, I think that was it. And I said, no, I'm not buying it. Let's delete this bot.
That's funny. Yeah, that's it. Like you have to sort of try and create a virtuous cycle, so that it's not just a hype cycle and it goes, our planet hyperinflation or whatever, right? And that's the main goal. And yeah, experimenting with that is hard. Like there's a lot of products right now that have been in a ton of good faith trying to do that. And it's tough because the same people that want to have use case for the token, we also want number to go uppy, and we want a ton of it, right? And that means that hype cycle, right? So like it's funny. Like the market is literally trying to do what we want all the time, and what we really want is ROI right now. And when projects are trying to create that virtuous cycle of something where people are having to buy the token to use the token to buy the token to use the token, your ROI is going to be way lower, and so your interest is less, and they'll die, right? So like it's finding that sweet spot, if it exists. I think is one of the biggest challenges in the whole space.
It's also because you are allowing, or we are allowing, anybody to buy. It's I think that's the real problem with crypto, because when you are an investor and you are going to invest in a new project, in a startup, you don't expect it to make money tomorrow. You don't expect it to make money in 6 months. Sometimes you don't even expect it to make money. You just expect the price of the shares to go up. So you cannot expect a token to give you a huge return in 1 week, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the problem is
you need a clearer horizon to
in very rare but very loud examples that happens on other chains, not here, obviously, right? So like people want to get in on that 10,000x mother token or whatever, which again, like you'd have to try to get into 1,000 tokens to land that one thing, but it sets expectations insanely.
I think not even. Pull out the charts for any meme coin out there.
Yeah.
And you see an initial pump, you will see a dump, and the largest pumps don't come until later, once the project has been consolidated. I think it's a huge effort. There's a cycle. There's a lot of work that people has to put into the project to make it successful. It's not something that really will happen overnight. Maybe you can make a decent profit very quickly. Yes. But if you want something big, if you want really something that is life-changing, that takes time. That is not built overnight.
It is not.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely like the steps that we've been taking, because I mean, really, like we've been spending most of our time now building a foundation to solve the major problems of scaling, right? I think Launchbags is already pretty interesting, and I totally agree. Like getting that some documentation on here's a template for how you can start a token and why we would suggest these ideas to start with or what have you, right? How to increase sort of community confidence with allocations, investing, and blah 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 blah. I think that's really important. And then obviously the information that you can objectively see on all the tokens, that's got a good start, but we'll definitely be able to do more with that. And then it's really how can we best help the entire Launchbags ecosystem grow, and that's adding multiple zeros to the number of people in our ecosystem. That's really it's what's needed more than anything else. That's the biggest thing that we need to focus on, and we are. So that's fun, right? And we'll be trying a bunch of stuff and iterating on top of that as well, and hopefully see some really good results.
Yeah, indeed. Very challenges, lots of challenges there, but willing to work to overcome all the possible challenges there. Yes.
Fuck yeah. We'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got my mission for today. I actually have to unfortunately end before our hour and 15 minutes soft cutoff because I have to go get my teeth cleaned apparently. That's That's every 3 months or whatever.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so I got to go do that.
Good.
But man, I'm excited to be back, and thank you guys very much for coming in and commenting and having all the ideas. I mean, you guys see it the way that we see it, right? Like we want people to have tons of confidence when they come here and look at projects, as much confidence as we can objectively give them, right? So we can give everybody the information, and still there's going to be able to be people that fail, that run away with the stuff, that do things like everybody's still gonna have, like, we can't hold everyone's hand, but we can give everybody as much information as we can possibly give them to make as smart decisions as we possibly can, right? And I think we've got a good start on that, and I think that's it'll get better yet. But I think the people that are thinking about that, we're completely in line, and really confident on that. Oh yeah, only 50,000 questions about the 0.25%.
Okay, that one is totally on me, 100% on me.
Thanks, CK.
Please, Corey, just send me again the link to the list of wallets, and I will make sure that happens.
Okay.
If not later today, tomorrow morning, I will make sure that is.
All right. So, well, and there was the projects too. And so we'll probably have to reach out to them to actually get project wallets for all those.
Yes.
I have the data on that, and then we could start to
yeah, you have all the data. It's just that I didn't send it on time. So I will make that happen between today and tomorrow.
Cool beans, bro. Heems.
Yeah.
All right,
man. I'm the worst.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, people did some stuff for it and they want it, and that demand is always a good sign. So there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, cheers, Kryptonite. Thanks for all the questions and the reminders. Obviously, we are immensely imperfect beings. Luckily, we have an awesome community to help us when we forget shit, which I definitely will do. That's just a
yes.
Well, I did. I got a mission for this afternoon based on shit I said I was going to do. I haven't done for 2 weeks. All right. So, cheers, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll reach out to Mike D. And actually, tomorrow I'll go over the Anon stuff. I'm sort of curious about what the hell's going on there. And I'll see if Dennis is available to come on the show and explain all the crazy shit he's been doing. Which, for real, I have no freaking clue. The Flip Tribes game is still coming. We started doing some testing on it finally. Chris Tuttle has been neck deep in freaking beehives for the last month and a half because her stuff apparently expanded more than she expected. But that we started testing a couple days ago on the actual game itself, and it's more or less functioning. Just some cosmetic things that I think she wants to change before she drops that, but that's still in the works too. Anyway, rock and roll, and Pixel Duck. What the fuck? Let's go.